What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video we're creating a cartoon illustration of Super Mario. For today's lesson we'll need a sheet of plain white paper and a pencil. I'm using this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. And if you want more details on our art supplies, I'll leave a list with links in the description below. Let's begin today's lesson by blocking out the basic shape of the head. We're going to start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page, starting from the very top. Just going to lightly work our way down the middle, down towards the bottom with a straight line. Now let's go back to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now you want to use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page. So from that center point, let's move up. It's going to mark off the top of our circle. Let's measure that same distance from the center down towards the bottom. Now you want to repeat this across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center down towards the left and then down towards the right. Let's connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So I'm going to start with the top left. And the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using this as a guide to define the size of the head. You can always go back and just smooth this out. Let's add another line coming down the side of our circle. So starting from the left, coming down, and on the right. And we'll also extend that up towards the top. Now with our circle and guidelines in place, we're going to start blocking out the main features. Let's start by connecting the side of our circle with a curve going up, across, and then down. Now this is the bottom edge of the hat. And then from the ends, we're going to step in, add another curve going up in the middle, across, and then down. And this is for the top edge of the hat brim. Now halfway between the hat and the bottom of our circle, right about here, is going to mark this off. And then from here we're going to draw a large oval for the nose, going all the way around towards the bottom, and then back up towards the top. Let's create a gap in between the eyes. From that center line, let's move over towards the left, draw a straight line coming down, measure that same distance over towards the right. And then we're going to draw two ovals for the eyes tucked in behind the nose. Let's start on the inside on the left, we're going to go up, round up the top, come down the side, and then in towards the nose. And we'll do the same thing on the right, going up towards the same height, come down, and then in. Let's place the eyebrows on top of the eye. We'll start with a curve, going up and then down. Now I'm going to add some thickness. Going back to the outside, we're just going to draw this on top of the hat, going up and then down. So it gets thicker along the top. Now with the iris and pupils, we want to pull this in towards the inside. So let's start from the top left, draw an oval going around, and then back in. Let's trace this along the inside of the pupil. And then along the top of the pupils, draw a small circle for the highlights. Let's go back to the outside of our circle. We're going to step in, draw a straight line coming down towards the bottom of our circle. Let's go to the side of the nose, draw the mustache. We're going to curl this around the eye and up. And then we're going to add a guide going across the bottom, just underneath the nose, and back up on the right. Now underneath the mustache, let's add a small curve for the mouth, across, close off the ends with a bracket, step down, add a small curve for the lower lip. Now we're going to go back up to the inside line, just lining up with the tip of the mustache. We're going to curve the cheeks, going around towards the outside, come down underneath the lip, go across and in on the right. I'm also going to pull the chin coming down. So we're just going to come down and back up. Now just on top of the cheeks, we're going to curve the hair, going out and then up. Let's go up to the top, draw the ear, going up, round out the ear. Now it's going to pull this in towards the side of the cheeks. Let's go back up to the top in the center, right at the very top of this curve. We're going to draw a circle, going all the way around. Now it's going to overlap the bottom edge of the hat brim. And then from the top of our circle, let's move up. Just going to mark off the top of the hat. From the top of the ears, we're going to extend the hat going out, round this out. Now pull that up towards that line along the top. Go all the way around the right side, come down, and then bend that in. Now with our rough sketch in place, we're going to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now that we cleaned up our drawing, we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us add some more detail and refine the shape. Now I'd like to start with the bottom edge of the hat. I'm going to start from the left side. We want to darken up these contours using these thick and thin lines. So we're just going to thicken up that line across the bottom. And we'll work our way across the top edge of the hat brim. So going wider along the side, and then tapering that up towards the top, almost as if the highlight is catching the top and just reducing the thickness and weight. Just going to have a thin trim along the bottom, on the inside. And from here, we're just going to work our way down, starting with the eyebrows. If we need to modify the shape, we can do this here. I'm just going to fill in the inside of the eyebrows. Now we're going to do the same thing with the nose, going heavier with that line across the bottom. Just tapering that up towards the top. Let's darken up the pupils going around that highlight. And then we'll darken up the top of the iris and then fade that down towards the bottom. Now we're just going to use this guide around the mustache to add these curves. So we're going to start from the tips, just working this in, just going around. And continue to add these curves going across the bottom, working our way towards the center. And we want to go back and just lightly shade in the inside of the mustache. Go back to the sideburns. We're going to give this a slight bend going out towards the bottom, and then just curling that back in towards the cheek. Also going to add a little seam across the inside. Just add that fold across the top of the ear, going out. Just add a little hook coming down along the side. And I'm just going to place that M in the center of that circle, starting along the top. I'm just going to trace this along the inside. Now I'm going to go back and just clean up our drawing one final time before we add some shading. Let's go ahead and just darken up the inside of the sideburns. And we're also going to darken up the bottom edge of the hat brim. And we'll use a side edger pencil to just darken up the inside of the hat, starting from the left and working our way across. Also the edge of the hat brim. And the inside of the M. Let's go back and add a shadow across the bottom of the hat. And the hat's going to cast a shadow just along the top of the head. So we'll just darken this up and then fade that down. Also adding a shadow across the bottom of the nose. Now once we finished adding our shadows, we'll be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a cartoon illustration of Super Mario. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. And if you're looking for more advanced sketch tutorials, you can check out our Excel sketch channel. I'll leave the link in the description below. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon. If you're interested in learning more about today's art supplies, then stick around. This is the Nik Pro Mechanical Pencil. The 5-piece set comes complete with 5 drafting pencils, 4 tubes of lead refills for all the different sizes, 2 erasers, also 9-piece eraser refills, 2 lead sharpeners, with a pack of colored leads. And all of this is neatly packed in a gift storage box. Now since I started using this pencil back in 2023, it's really changed the level of my drawings. The heavier weight of the pencil has helped me create smoother and more controlled lines. And with the wide variety of lead sizes, I can easily transition from high detail to smooth shading. And Nik Pro also has a fun color set for those who want something a little bit more lightweight. I used to think that all pencils are created equal, but since using this Nik Pro mechanical pencil, it's been a game changer for my art. Now if you want to give this pencil a try, I'll leave the link in the description below.